a medallion of his famous catchphrase, which is actually in the dictionary, and a huge collection of other insane pieces of custom jewelry, with an overall value reaching well into the millions of dollars. Let's wait and see what adulthood has in store for the colorfully haired, wildly wealthy South Florida musician. Richest Belhassa. Here's an interesting fact. Many wealthy families in the Middle East don't report their net worth to any public authority, leading many people to believe that Jeff Bezos is not actually the richest man in the world, but that a Saudi prince or Qatari oil mogul might actually be the wealthiest person on earth, with a net worth in the trillions. Richest Belhassa is a young blogger who gives the world insight into his extravagant world of mysteriously enormous wealth. The 17-year-old Dubai native is the son of a construction mogul with one of those shadowy net worths, but the best estimates place it around $2.3 billion. Although some sources claim that the number is comically low, the unbelievable life Richest shows off through his videos of solid gold slippers, custom jewelry, designer dream cars, and fantasy trips around the world taken on a whim captivates audiences and has led to him being an incredibly popular influencer the world over, frequently pulling in millions of views. Richest has an illustrious showroom where he keeps his huge collection of unique, exclusive designer sneakers, many of which have worths well into the tens and occasionally hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, he doesn't spend his money willy-nilly, and according to his parents, he's been taught the value of money, as well as shown personal responsibility by running his own fashion brand, KA1, which attracts the attention of celebrities the world over who apparently are lining up to meet the 17-year-old. Kyle Buga. If you haven't heard about this skilled gamer from your parents yet, you're probably in the minority. Kyle Buga recently became nearly world famous and brought the legitimacy of esports into the public eye by winning $3 million at the 2019 Fortnite World Championship when coming in at first place.
One more time, your world champion, Buga!
The 16-year-old American quickly became the 10th highest earning gamer of all time with that single win,
$3 million richer.
alongside over $25,000 earned from another 12 tournaments throughout 2018 and 19. And that ranking is sure to only get higher as Kyle participates in more tournaments over time. One of the benefits of his highly publicized victory is that now a ton of parents are sure to actually encourage their kids to play more video games. So that's a plus. Bobby Missner. Alright, so this guy isn't exactly a kid or rich of his own accord, but he definitely deserves an honorable mention for his highly publicized antics and trying to gain clout by documenting an expensive lifestyle he's grown up accustomed to.
Who is Bobby?
Bobby's father became a billionaire through his private audio engineering chain of universities, which have campuses in over 50 cities after starting in Sydney in 1976.
Then, my life changed forever.
As a result, his 24-year-old son Bobby was able to grow up traveling the world, wearing expensive clothes, driving expensive cars, and mingling among the wealthy elites of the world. In 2018, he released a video called Life of a Billionaire's Son, trying to market his image, and the video went viral, in more ways than one. While there was a large audience of people who were captivated by the vicarious lifestyle they could experience through Bobby, many commentators made popular videos joking about him, but Bobby took the jokes in stride, and this only pushed his notoriety higher, and has made him a recognizable member of the larger YouTube community. Personally, if I had the lifestyle Bobby does, I wouldn't care if YouTubers were joking about me either. Ryan's Toy Reviews. When Forbes released a list of the highest paid YouTubers in 2018, people expected names like PewDiePie or James Charles, but were blown away when a young boy by the name Ryan's Toy Reviews came out at the #1 spot, with earnings reportedly as high as $80 million. The 7-year-old has incredible reach and influence with his toy review videos, as the toys he features in his videos rapidly fly off the shelves, leading to dozens of high-paying brand deals from toy companies from all over the world, and a line of clothing sold at Walmart all over the world, aptly called Ryan's World Clothes. Since the boy is so young, his parents have to be in control of most of his earnings, but 15% has to be stored by law in a special account that will only be accessible to Ryan when he turns 18. With a fortune approaching 9 figures by the age of 7, who knows if Ryan might take the title of world's youngest billionaire one day soon. Lil Nas X. From Twitter meme lord to overnight sensation, Lil Nas X took the world by storm with his infectious country trap fusion smash hit, Old Town Road. and its remixes featuring, well, everyone I guess. The song held the record for the longest time at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and most streams for over 23 weeks, only to be overtaken by another song of his, Panini, with which he cemented himself as a real musical contender, and more than just a one-hit wonder. Lil Nas X has amassed money so fast throughout 2019 since his song took off in March through the use of TikTok and meme culture that it's hard to pinpoint his ever-expanding net worth, but some estimates have it as high as $25 million and counting. Some of his more extravagant purchases since coming into his rapid success have been a custom Louis Vuitton Infinity Gauntlet and a red Maserati he bought for his co-star Billy Ray Cyrus, a reference to a lyric from the remixes he appears on. All the while, Lil Nas X has stayed plugged in with meme culture and frequently interacts with fans on Twitter, giving him a humble image that makes him extremely likable. One thing's for sure with this 20-year-old superstar rapper, he's got a huge career ahead of him and a lot more money to be made. Eric Finman. Eric Finman is a 20-year-old with a success story that sounds like something out of a movie. At the age of 12, the American boy took $1,000 his grandmother had intended to be for his college education and invested it in a new technology called Bitcoin, purchasing 100 coins which were worth between $10 to $12 each at the time. If you're familiar with Bitcoin, you probably know how this story ends. Within a few years, when Eric was 15, he sold a small portion of his holdings for $100,000 and dropped out of high school to start his own education startup, Botangle, to try and reshape the educational system he hated so much. At this point, he made a bet with his parents that if he could become a millionaire by the age of 18, he wouldn't have to go to college. Well, Eric won the bet.
I was 18 years old when I made my first $1 million.
Over the years, he increased his Bitcoin holdings to about 450 Bitcoin, worth around $4.5 million today. Safe to say his parents are totally fine with their son skipping out on college at this point. Psst, hey, you still there? Well, since you made it this far, here are all the shoutouts we promised everyone that commented on our previous video. If you want to be shouted out in our next upcoming video as well as the ones prior, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel and leave a comment down below saying, "Pick me!" Once you're at it, you might as well leave a like too. And there you have it, some of the wealthiest young people with the most extravagant lifestyles around right now. Which one did you think was the craziest? And what would you do if you had a day in the life of their shoes? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching.